Hi guys, today I'm here with a little Hautelook haul. These are all things that I've gotten over the course of a few months. So it's not all at one time. If you don't know what Hautelook is, it's just a website where you go and you can get really extremely discounted products. They have new events going on all the time with clothing, furniture, like kid stuff, beauty, skincare, makeup, so they have so many things and they're always changing, so you really need to kind of keep up on it if you don't want to miss out. But a lot of times I'll see stuff on Instagram, like beauty accounts will post like, oh my gosh, like go on Hautelook, grab this before it's sold out, and things sell out really quickly, so you kind of have to stay on top of it, but it's so worth it. You can get things that you've been wanting for a long time for like 50% off usually. So I think it's really great, and I've definitely taken advantage of it. I still have things coming, like I go back and I order more all the time. So yeah, I really love it. I will say the one downside is that you don't get any kind of like bonuses, like cashback stuff for Hautelook, and like I'm a pretty frequent customer, so that would be nice. And shipping, they say it takes like 2 weeks to process your order, at least like 2 to 3 weeks, like minimum. Like that's how long it's going to take every time before they even ship your order, and I think that's pretty true. It's kind of annoying, but there are a couple things that I got right away, and so it just really depends. And another thing, like if you make one order and you get a couple things from different events going on, like if you order like a shirt and like a moisturizer, they're gonna ship those separately because they're from 2 different events. You don't have to pay extra shipping, but it's just really annoying because you'll get something one day and then you're like, oh well, where's the other things I ordered, and they'll come like 3 days later or way later. It just depends. They're really inconsistent. But like I said, there are a couple things that I got really fast, it seemed like, for them. So you just have to get lucky. It kind of sucks and it's kind of great. So I'm going to start by showing you what I've gotten recently from Hautelook. Like a few months ago, like 3 months ago I think, I don't know, that's a long time, probably not that long, they had the balm on there, and I originally went on because I saw the Mary Luminizer and I've been wanting it for so long, and I just kind of like always put off ordering things that I want because they're not so easily available where I live. So I picked up the Mary Luminizer, and I wanted the new Dude palette, but they didn't have it on there because it's relatively like new and on trend, the new Dude palette. So they did have the Nude Tude palette, so I picked that up. And this is what it looks like. It's super cute. It comes with a little brush that I don't really care for. It's just really short and dense. They're really dense, so you can't really do any blending with them. Maybe to like put some liner really quick, smudge things out maybe. Might be a good thing to throw in your purse, but it doesn't really have a purpose in your everyday makeup routine. But this, I think this is really great. They're so pigmented and just really pretty. I love the packaging. I really love everything about it. Today I'm wearing this color right here, this kind of burgundy color. It's called Sassy or Sexy, and I'm wearing that in my crease, and it's really pigmented. And I like dipped my brush in and I put it on, and it was just like in a brush stroke, like a bright, not bright because it's not bright, but very dark in one place. And my husband and I were laughing about it, and then I just blended it right out with a different brush, and it was really easy to blend, and you only need a little bit, so that's really great. It definitely exceeded my expectations with this, so I was very happy with that. My Mary Manizer, on the other hand, came broken. I was so sad, like really, really upset. And so I don't know if you guys can, I don't really want to show you because it's just a mess. I tried to fix it, like it came with like a huge crack in the center and some pieces falling out, and I tried to fix it, like smooth it out with oil or something, or alcohol I think it was, and it worked for like a few days, but now it's starting to kind of fall apart again because I apparently didn't do that great of a job, but it still does the trick, just a little bit messy, but I really, really like it. And so those are things that you can still, you know, go on the Balm and purchase now, and you have to get them for full price, and I got them for, I'm pretty sure, at least half. So that's really, really exciting, I think. Another thing that I got were the Badescu skincare facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water sprays. I use these as a setting spray. I keep one at my vanity, one in the bathroom, and I spray my face throughout the day, all the time. I really, really love them. They're so, so hydrating. They just make my face look so, so nice. And I put them on before I do my makeup. Like, I put them on all the time. I really, really love it. It smells pretty, pretty good. And a lot of people might be allergic to the rose water, I think. So I was kind of afraid to get it because I wasn't sure if I would like it, but it was really, really cheap on Hautelook. So I picked it up, and it came in a set of 2. I think you can get this at Ulta. And yeah, I just think it's really, really great. My face is always so hydrated, and my skin is really dry, and you would never guess because my skin, that keeps it so hydrated. Then they also, at the same time they had Badescu, they had Lorac on there, and I was super excited because I had never tried Lorac, and my friend was like always telling me like, go get the pro palettes, you're gonna love Lorac shadows. And so I went on Lorac, and they didn't have the pro palettes, or I went on Hautelook and the event Lorac. And so I ended up picking up some other things just so I could, you know, give the brand a try. And they had this dual-sided liquid liner. This one is in the shade Copper, and this is Black Cherry. These are super, super pretty. I don't get to use them very often because they're a little bit flashy. I use the Black Cherry every once in a while, but they are really, really pretty. I love it. I think it was like $3 for this, and I don't know how much this is normally, but $3 for a liquid liner, and it's a very high-end brand. I was super excited to snag that up. They had a ton of them on there too, and I wish I would have gotten more, but I just wanted to start off, you know, small with the brand. And then another thing they had on there was the Lorac, the Royal eyeshadow palette set. It comes with 3 eyeshadow quads, and I will open them up, but this stand is like really, really cool. You can just like stand it up like that, which I don't. I always have it in this little bin here, but I think that's a really cool feature because it is, I think, a limited edition set. So the first palette in there looks like this. It is called Silver Silk, and then you open it up, and this is what it looks like. This is, I guess, the silver side. And it has a black, and I believe this is the only matte eyeshadow that the whole, out of all 12 shadows, that's the only matte one. And they're all really, really, really shimmery. And then after I got this, I purchased the Pro palette, the second Pro palette, I think, and in comparison, the shadows, they're not the same. It's not the same quality at all. The Pro palette is really buttery, really great, and smooth, and these are just kind of like, they're not as pigmented, and they're not as smooth. I mean, you can see it. I mean, they're really, really pretty, and they're still good quality, but they're nothing like the Pro palette. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about getting like limited edition sets, that they're not going to be the same as what you're expecting from other things that they carry. So this is the Silver Silk one. And then this is gold satin. This is my favorite one, I think, because the black has little gold glitter in it, and it's really, really, really pretty. I don't have anything else like that. And I really like this champagne color too. And this is like a true gold. Like, it's so hard to find a real gold, so I would really appreciate that. And then the last one that came in there is Plum Velvet. And they all have a different like pattern with crowns and everything, so that's really, really cool. So Plum Velvet looks like this. Oh, I guess this purple is matte as well. Show you what it looks like. It's kind of like a muted purple. So it's not too pigmented. They don't blend the easiest. They're not the greatest, but they are really, really pretty, and I like to just pull things out from my collection that I don't use that often, and I'm just amazed every time at what I can create because everything's so different. So I like that they're not exactly the same as like the Pro Palette shadows. They're more shimmery and things, and you can create a lot of different looks. The only issue I have with these is that from the silver palette and this Plum Velvet palette, these two like right hand corner shadows are pretty much the same, which is pretty funny and pretty annoying at the same time. So that's what I got when they had Lorac on there. And then recently there was Stila. So this is the Stila in the Light palette. This is the first time I've tried Stila besides Kitten, and this one actually has Kitten in it, which is super exciting because Kitten anything is like gold basically in the makeup world. So I love this. This is like my favorite thing ever. I've been using it every day since I got it. This is just the perfect all over lid cream shade to set your primer. It's just so great. The only thing I don't like in it is this night sky color because it looks quite blue, but it's not really the blue. It's kind of like in the Semi Sweet palette how the blue Berry Swirl looks blue, but you really have to build it up and work with it. You know, it's kind of difficult, so that's the only one that I don't like, but everything else is really smooth and buttery and gorgeous. I love Kitten, I love Bubbly, and I love Sunset, but they're all really good. And this Bliss color is like the perfect transition shade for everything that I do. So I really, really love this. I've been reaching for it so often. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is this Crown brush set. It's the 24-piece brush set, Pro brush set or something. I don't really know. I don't know too much about brushes. I don't really have a lot. I usually stick with my Real Techniques. But I figured it's time to kind of grow up and experiment with some big girl brushes. So it comes with a ton. Really, really big. Ignore this one. I just used this one today, so I haven't washed it yet. Really, really big. You get a lot, and it comes in this little case, which I will never use. I will put these in a cup, but that's pretty nice. Quality-wise, I don't think Crown brushes are anything to be excited about. One of them came broken. I had to glue it back on. I think it was this one. So I just glued it back on and it came that way. I was super, super mad. So that's two things that I've gotten from Hautelook that came bad. But, you know, I can't complain because everything I get is so cheap. And then this like, fan brush is like ratty. Everything was like different lengths, so I had to cut it and make it all the same, and it's just ugh. So yeah, I don't think these brushes are that great. I know a lot of YouTubers use them, and so I thought they would be really nice, but they're really nothing to be excited for. But they were really, really cheap, so I'm not too angry about it. So that's everything I got from Hautelook, and if you found this helpful, please subscribe. I'll link Hautelook down below, and give this video a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.